Hey y'all. Hello, hello, hello. I'm here, you're here. Let's talk. We all here on this good Sunday evening after this show has gone off, and we got to talk about what went on this show. Yes, we do. How y'all doing? How is everybody? Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday, happy Sunday, happy Sunday. I hope everybody had a good week. Just a second. Y'all know I got to get our vertical working and make sure we don't lose anybody because we don't depend on YouTube to let our folks know that we're here. If they do, cool. If they don't, we ain't gonna sweat it. But yeah, so we're here. I hope everybody had a good week. It's a good old Sunday. Atlanta Housewives just went off a little over half hour ago. I had to get the notes and stuff together, and I wanted to send out announcements to let everybody know what was going on within the family. All right. Zim Ali is here from the UK. All right. We got folks from all the way across the pond checking in. So we're going to talk about all of those things that went on the show. Quick announcement. One of our dear sisters, Miss Sparkle, our resident Mary Kay lady, has suffered a loss this week. And I doubt that she'll be checking in with us, but if she does, just because she needs a distraction or something, make sure that y'all, extend your condolences, your love, your support, and your prayers. If you don't get to see her, please remember her in prayer. This is the royal family, and we act like family around here. So, those of you who have that crown by your name, be aware we may call a family meeting within the next couple of days, so we can try to finalize plans on what we're going to do to support our dear sister, Miss Sparkle. All right. I ain't going to, lay on it too much, but those of you who are in Discord will have gotten the notifications. Those of you who are on private text messaging from me have already been notified of what's going on. But y'all, let's be supportive. Let's be there. Let's be prayerful, and let's be mindful. All right. Now, on to this evening. How y'all doing? Everybody in the vertical, hey. Everybody on our regular live, hey, y'all. So listen, we got to talk. Let me greet who's here, and then we're going to talk about what we saw on this show, and we're going to get into our notes. Okay. Deborah Randall is here, y'all. The first comment I see is Deborah Randall. So we are legal. We got Deborah in the house. Housewives Talk is legal. She's here. Make sure y'all hitting that like button because she's like number 2. Thank you, sis. We got Bianca the Beautiful, our head archangel, in the chat. All right. Making sure it's safe for you and me. All right. We up in here. She's telling y'all to hit the like button, shoes off, get your snacks. Y'all know what we do. My good sis Maggie Lamar is like number 2. Thank you. Miss Thelma is like number 4. Thank you, ma'am. We got Delicia Dismuke as number 6. I appreciate you. Priscilla Clemens sliding in at number 8. We got our good sis, the Lauren Brown, in the house. Happy Father's Day to everybody and to all of us daddy's girls. Thank you, Vlogs by Violet in the vertical. To all of us daddy's girls who no longer have our fathers, shout out to y'all too. All right. The Lauren Brown is like number 7. Auntie Eva is number 9. Situation number 9. Good to see you, sis. Sean Living Life nephew. The weekend was okay. It could have been better with all the rain, but it was okay. I know that's right. Y'all be playing them games. Okay. Thank you for being here. Thank you for being like number 7. Okay. Miss Lovely T is number 10. Good to see you. D Crazy D Amazing DS is number 10 as well. Couture Bay, our beautiful niece, is on the vertical. Now, girl, when I shut this vertical down to hit the icon for the channel, it will tell you I'm still live, and it'll bring you right on over to our regular live stream. We do that vertical to make sure that we don't lose anybody. Okay? But y'all know I like to cover my bets because we don't count on YouTube. We know they don't like black folks like that around here. All right. Queen of Hearts KS is like number 11. All right. Michelle Montague, our good sis. Hey, boo, hit the like button for me. Hey, Kat, thank you for being like number 13. I appreciate you. Kaylee Moody. Thank you. You too, dear. Welcome. All right, Adrian Marie. Hey now, thank you for being number 14. Y'all make sure y'all are greeting each other in the chat. Housekeeping while we're going through our hellos. Make sure y'all, if y'all have to use bad words in my chat, misspell your curse words, please and thank you. Aries Diva. 3-day weekend has ended. Yep, back to work. Oh, thank you, dear. God loves you too. Black Smile, thank you for being like number 12. Y'all come on in and get comfortable. Please make sure y'all are greeting folks. If it's your first time hanging out with us here on the front porch, make sure that you put first time or FTL for first time live so we can thank you personally and individually for being here with us. Black Smile is number 12. My Sweet is here. Hey, dear. My Sweet is number 15. I appreciate you. Thank you so much. Zeline made it in here. Hey, Zeline, how you doing? Hit the like button, girl. Thumbs up this video. Makeup Addict is here. Make sure you hit the like button. Thank you. Thank you. Lord, Makeup Addict say, now, why Kelli spend all that money a month and still look like this? Listen, money can't buy your taste now. Kai Ballin, hi. Ishel, if y'all hear the whining in the background, that is one of the cats. That is Miss Treasure. She is having a moment. She thinks she Patti LaBelle. Ishel, thank you for being number 20. Miss Nisi, hey girl, happy Sunday. Hit the like button. Richard Wilson, how are you? Happy Sunday to you. I'm so glad to see you, nephew. So good to see you. Thank you for being like number 23. My girl Iron Butterfly is 24. All right, Lady RHOA. Hey, Lady RHOA. She's number 26. I appreciate you. Listen, my sweet was in the chat letting y'all know exactly what time it was. You know, we got to get the notes right because we got to tell the truth, especially since these ladies can't, they can't quit lying. Somebody got to keep it straight. Cass ATL, thank you for being 26. Camille Fun Sis, thank you for being here. Good to see you. Make sure you let us know, y'all, if it's your first time hanging with us. Family members, make sure y'all are greeting people. If you haven't seen them before, say hi. If you ain't seen them in a while, say welcome back. Hey, Vicky Black. How you doing, sis? Thank you so much for being like number 29. Y'all come on in and get comfortable. My girl Tracy Lashley is number 30. Zima Lee, all the way from UK. Welcome, welcome, and welcome again. Kaylee Moody on the vertical. It's your first time hanging with us. Welcome, Kaylee. We're very happy to have you. Make sure you subscribe so you can come back, okay? All right, Kimberly Moody. Oh, Kimberly Day. I'm calling you Moody because she's Moody. You, Kimberly Day. Hey, niece. How you doing? Good to see you. Happy Sunday to you. Veronica Johnson, Savannah, Georgia. All right, Savannah. I know that's right. So glad to have you. Thank you for being 36, Kimberly. Thank you, darling. I appreciate you. Do we have everybody? Did I miss anybody? Catherine Bennett is number 48. All right. We got Blessed Woman of God in the house. She number 39. My beautiful niece Couture Bay is number 42 on this side. I know that's right. Make sure y'all tell my baby, hey, Arisha Adams, hello. How are you? Thank you for being number 64, Arisha. I appreciate you. I appreciate you. All right. Texas Passion in the house. Hey, boo. Thank you for being 58. Symmetry is 55. Yes, yes, yes. So look, let me go ahead and shut this vertical down, give them their instructions so they can slide with us on the other side. LaShawn. Ooh. Child, y'all see them cheekbones? Come through, LaShawn. Our sis is pretty, isn't she? Welcome. I don't know if we done seen you before, unless you had a different name, but you didn't give us the face like that last time, girl. We didn't get to see all that. Welcome. If you've been here before, welcome back. And thank you for the headshot. It's giving motto. Isn't she lovely? We're so glad to have you. Happy Sunday. Nakia Washington. How you doing? Thank you for being like number 55, Nakia. Thank you. Oh, with the glasses. Okay. We have some beautiful sisters here. Thank you for being number 55. Just Anticipate is number 57. So listen, everybody, not y'all. Everybody over here, this is our vertical live. We do this just to make sure that we don't leave anybody out. I'm about to end this live, and when I do, the icon for the channel will still have a ring around it. It tells you I'm live. Tap it. It'll bring you on over. All right. And we'll see you on the inside. Okay. That's only if you're here. If you over here, don't move. You already in the right place. Okay. All right. Bye on vertical. All right. We're going to let them go. And we're going to get into what's going on over here. This is your first time live, and you was going to sneak past us. Y'all welcome LaShawn in the chat, and y'all know the rules. Spam the chat with the word welcome. Spam the chat with the word welcome. I'm going to put mine in too. Welcome, welcome, and welcome again. Don't let it be your last time. We're so happy to have you. We naturally just get every pretty girl on YouTube on this channel, and I ain't complaining. I ain't. I'm happy to see you. Belicious, thank you for being number 61. Thank you so much. Ain't he all right? Ain't he all right? Veronica, I think you have to go to your YouTube settings, like your main settings for your YouTube channel, and like click on like where you have the V, and I think it gives you an option to upload a picture. I set mine up so long ago. You know, we have so many beautiful ladies, and so when we get more pretty girls, we have to say, you know, welcome and give them their flowers. Hey, Megan Graves, how you doing? Hit the like button. My girl Divatude is number 89. Thank y'all for welcoming LaShawn to the chat. But make sure y'all do just that. Welcome, welcome, and welcome. Yeah, that's only one of the babies. That's Miss Treasure, honey. She going through it. Hey, Antoinette. She in her feelings, honey. She going through it. She been singing and howling all day. She thinks she petty. Okay. But yeah, around here, if you're new, make sure you let us know by putting FTL first time live, or you can type it all out, and we will welcome you because we are happy to have you here. Quick disclaimer, the host on this channel does not have a favorite on Housewives. I don't like any of those women. It's okay for you to have a favorite, but always bear in mind, your favorite may not be someone else's, so don't take it personal if somebody else in the chat don't like who you like, and vice versa. We family, and we don't mistreat each other. So if y'all have to disagree, please agree to disagree respectfully. Please and thank you. Rudeness ain't never tolerated, so please don't do that over here. And yes, we do give all the pretty ladies their flowers. It don't do any good to talk about how wonderful she looked after she gone. And as y'all know, people leaving here every day. So if you get a chance, it's just a FYI before we get to the notes. If you get a chance to say something good to somebody, say it now. You get a chance to say something nice to compliment them, do it now. You got a chance to give an encouraging word or just to crack a joke and put a smile on somebody's face, do it now. You don't know when it's going to be your last time. So just always bear that in mind and try to let that govern how you deal with folks on this side, okay? That's all I'm saying. Now, this here show. Tonight, y'all, it wasn't a whole lot going on in the beginning of this show. It really wasn't. Jay is a gym mate. Thank you for being like number 66. First of all, it's 40 of y'all ain't hit the like button, and y'all know that's uncalled for. That's uncalled for. What a pretty picture, child. Jay done changed her picture. All y'all coming in here like cover girls. I love it. Listen, I need y'all to hit the like button. Put your like number in the chat. I need you to use your engagement button on the bottom right-hand side, the circle with the heart emoji. Send up your bubbles. I'm sensitive and I need them. Okay, we need the engagement, every bit of it. Okay, so this episode to me didn't have a lot going on in the beginning. It did heat up, and there was some very interesting things taking place, and we're going to get into all of them. Thank you for the super sticker, Arisha. It's my first support of the whole day. I appreciate you. Thank you, and thank you again. Antoinette, thank you for being like number 68. Yep, happy Sunday and happy Father's Day to all the fathers out there. Happy Heavenly Father's Day to, our fathers that have left us here. And happy Father's Day to all, like I said, to all the daddy's girls who had to try to get through this day without our daddies, because that was not fun. Wasn't fun at all. All right. So things heated up. Things got very interesting. Some things, in my opinion, got a bit annoying. But there were some things. And we're going to deal with them. Linnell Siler, thank you for being number 60. Y'all get my likes up. Moderators, check my like count. Okay, let me know if we need to stop and learn Turkish. I can. Okay. So we start off this episode, y'all, with Angela Oakley sitting down with Cynthia Cheekbones Bailey. Yes, we did. That's how we started this thing. And it started with basically, 75 out of 116. Yeah, that's not cool. That's not cool, y'all. It's better than it was, but we still not good. No good. Hayır, no good. Let's get it better. So she decided, Cynthia that is, to sit down with Angela. They were visiting, and Cynthia filled Angela in on her conversation with Shamea, which to me, I feel like that's not that controversial, in my opinion. I don't feel like it's that controversial, in my opinion, because she didn't say anything out the way about Shamea. Tell them again, be licious. Stop what you're doing. Hit the button. Dana Brown, thank you for being 76. She didn't say anything derogatory. She didn't say anything that was slanderous at all. She simply told her, in my opinion, the way I saw it, and I put it in the notes, she basically just let merhaba. So good to see you. I love it. Listen, I am enjoying Turkish so much. I'm enjoying it so much. But she just let her know that, like, Shamea still got smoke with you. She still feel away after y'all's meeting. She still feels like you went after her marriage, all that stuff. So we got all that. And my attitude, the way Cynthia was talking to Angela, I felt like Cynthia was trying to mediate in some way. And maybe I'm reading it wrong. Y'all feel free to tell me what you think, because I'm not uncheckable. We all watching this together. It felt like Cynthia was trying to stylishly get Angela to soften the blow. The reason I say that is because of her choice of words. Like, Shamea going through a lot with this surrogacy, and she going through a lot with her mama, and her mama is sick. And honestly, as soon as Cynthia said that, I did see a change in Angela's face. I saw a change in Angela's face. And she, and she mentioned that she told, mentioned to Shamea that, maybe she should try therapy. Sometimes it's good to sit down with somebody or whatever. And she said that Shamea told her she don't have time for therapy. She don't have time for it. So I'm not sure what that means. I guess I kind of would understand what it means, but I kind of don't understand what it means. If you're having a hard time and you're not managing things well, I would say kind of probably try to have some time for therapy, but whatever. And so, of course, Angela's in the confessional like, oh, that's what's wrong with this heifer. She said the B word. I'm not saying that. She said she need therapy. She need therapy. So, and I don't think that's a diss. Let me just say that. I don't think it's a diss at all. She did show empathy when it came to, the information about Shamea's mother. And I did appreciate that she did have empathy for that. I think that shows the human side. And then they talked about that she told Cynthia she wanted to do something fun with all the girls to celebrate her mother. And so Cynthia starts mentioning about, one time she did the Bailey Bowl. And so they kind of came up with the idea of a basketball game. Miss Sparkle is here. Our resident Mary Kay lady slid in. Girl, it's good to see you. We didn't even know we was going to see you tonight, but, just want to take the opportunity to say, that we're here for you. We love you. We're your family. We're here to support in any way that we can. And, Our hearts, our ears, our phone lines, and our hands are open. We love you, baby. Shakuru is in the house. Hey, sis, make sure you hit the like button. I'm struggling for likes right now, but hit the like button. So they came up with the idea of doing basketball. And first thing Cynthia said, Charles cannot play for a lot of reasons. I felt like a lot of people probably took it as, we don't want him to play because he's a professional. I took it as, we don't want him to play because he might, choke stuff at you. The enforcer's a little aggressive. So no, we can't have him playing. Absolutely not. But they came up with the idea to have him as a referee because they said he would be fair as a referee. Okay. And so, there that is. They left that. Then we get Porsha going to see Miss Diane at her old house where Miss Diane has been staying. Little Pilar was there, little PJ. She sent her upstairs with her iPad, which I just want to take a minute to point out. I'm always happy to see some old school parenting being done, even though it's television. Send them churn out the room when grown people talking. I was so excited. I said, now we on to something. Now we're on to something. Send the churn out the room. Poetic lyrics. Thank you so much for being like number 82. 82. So now we got 50 people that won't hit the like button. Is that what we're doing? No problem. No problem. Absolutely no problem at all. Because I thought it was getting better. And apparently it's only getting worse. It's okay. Because I'm not good at nagging. Right, just anticipate. I love to see children be children. I absolutely do. Mm-hmm. Yunanca.
Yunanca. Alex biraz Yunanca biliyor.
Alex biraz Yunanca biliyor. Mm-hmm.
Yunanistan.
Yunanistan.
O Arap. Arap.
Ben Yunanistan'a gidiyorum.
Ben Yunanistan'a gidiyorum. For those of you who've been around when I've had to do my Turkish lessons because people won't hit the like button, is my accent getting better? I have a hard time not sounding country even in other languages. I be struggling. Kardeşim Yunan. Kardeşim Yunan. Okay. Mm-hmm.
Farsça kolay mı?
Farsça kolay mı?
Farsça.
Okay.
Arap atları çok güzel.
Arap atları çok güzel.
İran'da et yersin.
İran'da et yersin.
Yersin. Et.
Yersin, okay. Mm-hmm.
Benim dedem İranlı.
Okay. Oh, I'm getting better with my pronunciation. Good. Good. All right. Thank you. Let's run it up. Oh, I'm doing lessons because people can't find the like button. Yeah, they can't. When they can't find it, I go find my Turkish lesson. My sweet say, I enjoy this. Please do a commentary on this language thing. It's so much fun. It's a blast. I'm telling you. It's a blast. Where my likes at? Where are my likes? Are my likes better? Hey, Cent 58. Thank you for being number 99. Yeah, I mean, at this point, and we still gonna be 48 short. People think that I'm joking, and I'm not. I promise I'm not. Not I leave and come back to a whole Turkish lesson going on. Y'all hit the like button. Tell them again. I mean, I'm just saying. I can't compete with them in how they learn English. I can't compete with them. Thank you for 106. Okay. Benim dediğim İranlı. Okay. Okay, so now we got 45 people who have refused to hit the like button. Okay. Yunanlar Yunanca biliyor. Yunanlar Yunanca biliyor.
Yunanca çok zor bir dil.
Yunanca çok zor bir dil.
Dil. Bu kitap Farsça, Türkçe değil.
Bu kitap Farsça, Türkçe değil.
Bu şarkıcı Arapça biliyor.
Okay, the singers. Does this singer know Arab? Okay. Ha.
İran büyük bir ülke.
İran büyük bir ülke. All right, okay.
Annesi Arap. Onun annesi Arap. Onun annesi Arap. Onun annesi Arap.
Okay, sounds good. Looks like we're ready now.
Arapça.
Sadece.
Anne
All right, we finished the lesson. Have the likes are better? Yeah, we can continue. Great. Because see, I don't want to have to do it to you. I don't. But I will get my language right. I'm going to get it right every time, too. Ain't that what Cardi B say? Every time. Every time. I want to say a special thank you to Terrence for the Cash App. Let me send a heart back. All right, so back to the notes. All right, now it's only 20 people because the other ones were so determined not to hit the like button, they left. And that's a good thing. If you think you're going to disrespect me in my house, just leave. It's really that simple. But yeah, Terrence, thank you so much. That was so sweet of you, and I appreciate you. All right. You know what I'm saying? I always take into account 20 people could be washing their hair, cooking, driving, or whatever. But when it's that many, you know, that's people that's just decided they're going to disrespect you. And I don't have to take that. I don't. And I won't. Okay. So they sent little mama upstairs, and Porsha and Diane started talking about what's going on at the house. So Diane has started already packing up her stuff, apparently, from what we could tell in the conversation. Yvette, all the way from Birmingham, UK, our Birmingham beauty. Hey, sis. So she done started packing up stuff, and Porsha was just commenting like, oh, mama, your big old picture down. Miss Diane is laid back, chill, being her beautiful self. That is a beautiful lady. She really and truly is. They, you know, laughing, yucking it up about it and everything, and talking about the fact that they done got so many offers down to a cash offer. And it seemed like Porsha wasn't really expecting, or maybe it was one of those things where she made a decision to do something, and then now I'm not going to say regretting it, but I think the emotional reality of it is hitting her because it's going so fast. The way Porsha was talking in this scene, it kind of felt like she made a decision to sell the house, but she thought it was going to take longer and she was going to have more time to sit with it, if that makes sense. And she ain't really getting time to sit with it because these people coming with offers, cash offers. She said they're ready to move in like next month. Like, hurry up and hand it here. Yeah, Miss Diane is effortlessly beautiful. She had no difficulty being gorgeous. She didn't have to, you know, pile on a bunch of cake and try to look like somebody else, you know, pun intended. She just, you know, be sitting around lounging, chilling, being herself, just being a beautiful older lady. That is a pretty old lady. She really is. Yeah, and I think that's the best thing to do. And it's easier when lurkers disappear because then you ain't got to worry about hearing everything you said on 20 different channels. I'm just saying. We know who's who. So they talked about that. And then she mentioned what she's doing. It sounds like Porsha doing some restructuring that somebody told her was smart. It sounds smart. But I just don't think she was ready for the emotional reality. She wasn't, because she's talking about it, you know, in dollars and cents. It makes sense. If she could sell that house and make $1 million in profit after everything, then she says, you know, the new house, the $7 million house, she can take the equity out of that house, which according to her divorce papers, she has every right to do. So she's restructuring. She's going to go ahead and refi, pull the equity out of that house. And she really good to go, because after all, Simon got a lien against his portion of the equity. He owed money against his portion of the equity. The 40 grand a month he supposed to pay her, he ain't paid. He's in contempt of court with that. You know, the court gonna give it to her out of that equity money, and the money he was supposed to pay for the mortgage is gonna come out the equity. So her doing that was actually a very smart move, super smart. And then she's getting things to where, you know, she ain't got to maintain that other house. She ain't got to pay no taxes on that other house. She can homestead this one because she's living in it. It's just like, it's a smart thing to do, but I just don't think that mentally she thought it was going to go as fast as it's going. And I think she thought she was going to have more time to sit with it. But life is like that sometimes, whether you're ready or not, it is what it is, right? So then she tell her mom about the skating party and that, you know, the trip to Scotland. So Miss Diane is like, Scotland? The hell y'all going to Scotland for? And so, you know, she told her about her and, you know, Phaedra and the traders and all of that. And so she want to go and give, you know, let the girls get, you know, that experience. And she's hoping that they'll have a really good trip. Well, we already have, you know, peered into the crystal ball. We've heard the gossip before the season started, while they were filming, that it was, you know, they may have had fun, but y'all had some smoke in Scotland. Y'all had Scottish smoke. Took y'all behinds all the way to them people country to be cutting up and acting like y'all want to fight. Okay, now that's what the hell we heard happen. We heard that happened. So I guess we'll see on the screen if it got that serious or not. But the people made it sound like Porsha and Shamea was over there acting real Decatur in Scotland. Yeah, ready or not, here life come. Whether you ready or not, that's just how it be. So, you know, I can't say I feel sorry for her. She's making grown-up decisions, and I don't think they bad ones, but you gotta live with it, girl. It's what it is. So then Porsha tells her mama about that stunt Dennis pulled with that ring, trying to, you know, manipulate her, you know, gut punch her real good because she didn't like divorce Simon and come running to him. And we, you know, we talked about this last week. Who in their right mind running to Dennis? Let me know in the chat if y'all see something different. I just don't see a woman with good sense running to Dennis. Dennis, who did not act right, his mama nasty and disrespectful. Who the hell is going to do that? Who the hell is going to do that? Who? Dennis cheated on that girl while she was pregnant, kept cheating on her. The mama disrespectful and nasty and acting like, oh, you just want my son. You's a gold digger. You after my son. That girl wasn't on Section 8 when he met her. But the mama's a train wreck, and he's a plane crash. Who the hell running over there for that? Who? And y'all know I've been looking at Porsha sideways ever since her show, and we found out that he had tried to mess with her little cousin or do something out the way to her little cousin, and she still dated that man and was engaged to that man. All of that. I'm just like, what you want? What does anybody want with Dennis McKinley? What does anybody want with Dennis McKinley? The fact that Porsha was even considering marrying him after knowing what she knew about what he tried to do with her little cousin Storm, I was really looking at her super sideways, to be honest. Poetic Lyrics said, I guess someone who don't mind a man that mess with animals, among other things. We can't be around here saying that. Ain't nobody told that story but Tasha K, and we can't quote Tasha K and go behind Tasha K on nothing. Because Tasha K ain't had no type of receipts, proof, or nothing, so we cannot repeat that. So I'm not studying that. What I'm talking about is the fact that Storm is her baby cousin who was working for Dennis. And Dennis tried to mess with that girl. Porsha should have already been uninterested, completely uninterested. Dennis the Menace has a whole girlfriend still. Yeah, I heard it's a woman living at his house, but was still bothering Porsha. Yeah, I guess it is all about the money, and money is good. I'm not saying nothing bad about money. Hey, money, if you listening, Ain't nobody in my chat beefing with you. Everybody around here like money. We would like you to stop by our houses and stuff. It's just that a lot of us ain't willing to do any and everything for you to stop by the house. That's all. But we not beefing with money, okay? But anyway, so she told him about that and said that basically she knew what it was he was trying to manipulate. She told her mama that triggered her, which I can understand. I'm sure it made her, for a brief second relive all the humiliation, because that was humiliating. And she said that, he want her to hurry up and choose him. And she said she ain't choosing him, the woman or the man she dating. She says she is busy choosing herself. Right, Couture Bay. That's right. We're going to be real polite to the money. Please and thank you, money. Okay, we real polite. We don't have no problem with you, money. We like you. Green is one of my favorite colors. Actually, my absolute favorite color. Yeah, Angie girl. Tasha K get your broken swung on. She get your broken swung on. Yeah. So I can show support to Tasha K when she not saying stuff that ain't true. But we ain't finna do no quoting her around here. No, we can't do none of that. And she said that she is gently dating and that feels powerful, and ended it by saying that, actually before she ended it, say she can have him drop her off and she can go snatch her wig off, pass gas, and lay in the bed eating crab legs. I understand. I felt like that was an overshare, but it was funny. And ended it by saying that she's not premenopausal, so she ain't even got no tingle. She perfectly fine. I understand. We all understand. So then we get to Kelli. Oh, Kelli. Oompa loompa dippity doo. She got another trouble for you. Baby, she went to go see the financial planner. Yes, she did. Now, I was sitting there. I'm going to be honest with y'all. I started looking at my nails and wondering if I had enough left to start chewing them off, because who the hell want to sit through Kelli Potter, as she say, talking to a financial planner? But I was glad I did, because we found out some things. Kelli Potter got the bills, but Kelli Potter didn't really know what to do. You know what I'm saying? So the way she talking about things is that she kind of in a mess. She's spending a lot, but she's not really taking in enough to comfortably sustain what she paying out and then whatever debts that she has. And I didn't look at this scene and laugh or anything. I know a lot of folks get a kick out of laughing at, women having money troubles and stuff. I don't think that's a lot. I don't think that's very funny. Yeah, she's another Pinky. She's definitely another Pinky. Only to a certain degree, because Pinky has never been the housewife that was kept. And I think what was going on in Kelli's marriage, from what she's saying, if she can be believed, and I believe there's some truth to it, the husband kind of took care of a lot of the things. And so what went on with her was she didn't really know the extent or the seriousness and how much pressure it is to maintain things, because she had him kind of maintaining things, right? And see, but let's just say she went and made a cocktail on her scene. Well, let me tell you what happened in this scene. So she sat down with the young man who's the accountant / financial planner. Didn't get his name because it don't matter. He's a big old one though. He's a big old fella. Not big wide, but big tall and big shoulder. He's a big guy. Real serious too. Real serious. And so he just got straight to it and was like, look, you got these restaurants. The one in McDonald's, she says she bring in $75K a month. And then the one in Sandy Springs, maybe 15. I said, woo, that's tight. That's tight. That's real tight, because they got to spend out money every month to operate. So when you start hearing numbers like that, it makes more sense as to why we find out that the Sandy Springs one ended up closing down. She wasn't making enough money to, justify it being open. Now, she said before, when they had restaurants, she had business all out the door. But, a lot of us know the restaurants, a lot of restaurants fail in the first year. So, you know what I mean? You could have got fortunate the first time. Don't mean you're going to be fortunate every time. Even if she had a major in business administration, that's not a guarantee that your business is going to be successful. A lot of people have MBAs. They have masters in business administration, and you open a restaurant, you gambling. Yep, 15K in Sandy Springs is what she said. If it's a lie, she told it. So he started asking her about her finances. Y'all, this is where it got interesting and so scary. Outside the box. Hey, thank you for being 119. Catherine Bennett said he was cute. All I saw was the numbers was not numbering. He looked all right. He looked well kept. Y'all know I don't see what y'all be seeing with these men. He did look like he was well groomed and he was clean and he spoke well. I did like that. So she said she paying $2,000 a month on the car, $600 a month on insurance, roughly $2,500 a month on makeup and eyelashes and stuff. She said $3,000 a month and stuff on hair. And I'm trying to understand, why would you need $3,000 a month on hair? I guess, I don't know. I mean, because she on TV, maybe that's what it is. She said like $8,500 on clothes. Production kind of pulled her card, showed some of her outfits, and was like, girl, you not staying at that price. You going over. You going over $8,500, but that's what she claimed. She said while she was married, she wasn't responsible for the bills. The man was responsible for that. So she wasn't paying attention while married. She was spending. And now that you're not with the man, it's like Kelli thought that maybe in the beginning she could keep spending like he was still responsible for the bills. I don't know what she was thinking. So let me not pretend. I have no idea what she was thinking, but it sounds that way. Is a housekeeper. We don't know how much that was. We saw something from production showing she's spending $500 on dog wigs. Sean said, I hear Sandy Springs was not a good location for a restaurant like hers. I can believe it. $2,000 a month for her car. I think she said it's a Range Rover. Yeah. DS say get her some ELF products. She better get some Fenty. It don't cost all that. But this girl say ELF products because they already related. What's she gonna get, a family discount? DS, go to the corner and arrange the chairs, because I see what type of time you on tonight. Go arrange the chairs, baby. Dog wigs, $500. And so she was like, you real aggressive. Hey, political junkie, thank you for being like 122. I need y'all to get my likes up. Don't make me go back to Turkey. Don't make me go back to Turkey. Let's get the likes up, please, and thank you. Thumbs up this video. Put your like number in the chat. Teresa says, so she should stop doing that thing to her boyfriend or charge him more for her service. Hey, DS, come get Teresa. She gonna help you arrange the chairs in the corner. Yep, that's what she gonna do. Antoinette says she told the truth about that. Renewed vows at 10 years and divorced the next year. Lord have mercy. Listen. I see what type of time y'all on. Yeah. Let's hit the like button. It's okay. Y'all cutting up tonight. So she talked about that, and that was it. And he told her, like, look, I'm not your friend, I'm your accountant. And there was that. So then we get to K. Michelle and Dr. Jones. Now, this was a short scene, but you know, it was just disturbing. I'ma just be honest. It was just disturbing. It's disturbing. Booty talk. Booty talk. She go to see Dr. Jones, which is her doctor. He asking her how she doing, all that good stuff, everything like that. And she's telling him, you know, about the scars and what she tired of going on with her body. And I'm like, okay, this is going normal. It's okay. And everything. Yeah. Yes, Sean. Somebody said booty. Booty talk. Booty talk. Yeah, and a lot of people suffer from dysmorphia. Those of y'all who've been on this channel know I have my dysmorphic days. Mine is usually my head and my face. Really bad. She literally almost died and still want to go back. Yes, this is where it really sent me. It really, really sent me. I kind of felt bad, but I was low-key annoyed with her because she's telling him, you know, that this is after talking about the scars. This is after the chronic pain, and she's had 15 surgeries. And she's like, well, I don't need a big old heavy booty now. I just want like a little small, like a fitness body. And she's talking about implants again. The doctor had to tell her, no more implants for you. Like, why would he have to tell you no more implants? K. Michelle is being very open, which I appreciate. Very transparent, very open about what she's going through with her body because she took things a little too far. A little too far. Hey, Latrice, thank you for being 133. And you still, after being a chronic pain patient and all of these things, you still, and I'm going to talk about that in a minute. Y'all put a pin in. Everybody type chronic pain in the chat. So when I see this, I'll remember to come back to it. And you still want to do implants. This is crazy. And she's such a small woman that the doctor is saying, fat transfer, we're going to have to do something different. The doctor is talking about doing a fat transfer with donor fat that's been, you know, sterilized and stuff to like fill in her any area, I guess, that she needs filled in back there. And at this point, she needs to let it go. Thank y'all for the chronic pain reminder. Can we talk about something? K. Michelle being a chronic pain patient, some of her behavior, and this is not an excuse, a cop-out, or what Peanut calls shooting anybody any bail, but we're going to talk about this. You're a chronic pain patient. You know what that comes with? Pain management. And pain management, you know what that comes with? Pain medication. And when we see K. Michelle drinking, she's not having an occasional sip of a cocktail or a mocktail, which would be better. We see K. Michelle grabbing straight liquor and taking it to the head. Even asking the waitresses in restaurants, you got anything just real straightforward? She don't even want no chase on it. I mean, I don't do that, but I'm also a whole lot bigger than little bitty K. Michelle, and I'm also not on pain medicine. Y'all know I don't take nothing stronger than a BC powder. K. Michelle and her behavior is giving self-destructive. It's giving scary as hell. I love K's music. I like a large part, somewhat, of her personality. But K. Michelle has tragic end written all over her. She has got to slow down or stop. Like, stop. The life you say may be your own. Why are you telling us on national television that you're a chronic pain patient and we keep seeing you drinking liquor? Chronic pain doesn't mean you're taking medication, PRN, only at night. You're taking regularly scheduled pain meds, ma'am. And them people tell you don't mix pills and liquor. K. Michelle is not going to be happy until she does serious damage to herself, and that's going to be tragic. She is an excellent songwriter. She has a voice that is unique and that the world will miss if she leaves here in an untimely fashion. She has to stop. She may not like herself. And I'm not judging her for that. I'm not. A lot of people have been there. And I know folks get on the internet and play perfect. Everybody becomes probably perfect the minute they get behind a phone screen or a computer. They've never been through nothing. I get it. A lot of people been there. A lot of people. Not judging it. But she got to do something different. Hey, Lynette. Suffer chronic pain for over 30 years. Liquor is a definite no-no. Exactly. The world, the Black community is going to be devastated. I don't care how much we complain about that lady. We're going to be devastated if we get word that she has harmed herself in a way that she can't come back from doing stuff like this. Kay, you got to stop, lady. Dana say, you think that her doctor husband will tell her about drinking and taking pain medication? He may tell her. Do you think she going to listen? Kay got to make the decision to do better for herself by herself. Right. Phyllis Hyman type of destiny. Right, Breesh? That makes me so sad. When I heard her say that, like my breath caught in my throat for a second. I was like, okay, no. As soon as she said it, it made sense. Like everything started clicking. That's some of what we're seeing. I'm scared for her. Then to end the scene out, she tells the doctor that the ladies in the group that she's in is stressing her out, and she thinks that's affecting her booty. That man looked at her like she had a whole bird on her head, an albatross sitting in her scalp. That's how he looked at her. And I don't blame him. I don't blame him straight up. Because, Kay, we talking about serious stuff, and here you come with the bull crap. LaShawn say that's true. Pain meds and alcohol do not mix. She's so beautiful and don't realize it. It's sad. But you know what? It happens. You know, we talked about it on this channel not that long ago. That is a very real phenomenon that happens to Black women, especially in this country. Over criticized, over sexualized, over policed, always masculinized, never allowed the luxury of being feminine and just being women. And it's always somebody picking you apart. If you're small, you're too skinny. If you're big, you're too big. If you curvy, now you naturally have to be called a whore or a slut because you have a body, and men might look at you, and naturally, because you're a woman, it's your responsibility that men are looking at you. If your hair is long, she thinks she cute because her hair long. If your hair is short, you're bald headed. If you go and get extensions, even though every group of women in the world gets extensions and weaves, why you wearing a hair hat? If you're natural, you nappy headed. You know, nobody is policed and criticized the way Black women are. Nobody. A dark-skinned Black woman will be drop dead gorgeous, and they will call her by male names, i.e. Angela Oakley calling Shamea Morton Flavor Flav. They'll do it. So it's very easy. You know what I mean? And we being honest about this thing. I ain't gonna get on no soapbox, but if we being honest about this thing, it's very easy for a beautiful Black woman to not know she's beautiful. Why do you think I go out of my way on this channel to make sure I tell all my sisters, you are beautiful? If you don't hear it nowhere else, you'll hear it when you come over here to kick it with us on this porch, honey. You're going to hear it here. And I truly wish and hope that sentiment starts to spread through Black women, Black American women. We got to support each other better. We got to talk to each other better. When you greet your sister, I don't care if you ain't never met her, sis, you look good. It don't cost you nothing. When it comes to womanhood, beauty is power. Share power with your sister. We can gatekeep everything else. Don't gatekeep. Don't gatekeep the power of beauty. Don't do that. Because look what happens when we don't share power with our sisters. Then you got a beautiful sister that don't know she beautiful and she hurting herself. We got to do better. Jay as the gym mate say, you know, that makes sense, the Phyllis Hyman comment, because Phyllis didn't care for women like K. Michelle. Oh, I didn't realize until now. Yes. That adds to a lot of that, constantly comparing themselves to other women, having this animosity and resentment and strife against other women, being male-centered. Sisters, come on, man. Like I said, it's going to be tragic. It's going to be tragic if we have to get news about Kay. I just want to see her do better. I love her music. I know I'll speak for me. I would be devastated if we lost her voice. As a collective, if we lost her voice, I would be devastated. That would be hurtful. That would be painful. So I pray that she gets a grip on whatever she needs to get a grip on, or somebody, you know, drop off some blessed oil and a real good Schofield Bible and help her tighten up. Because, I would hate to lose that lady like that. That would be terrible. Yeah, it don't cost nothing to compliment each other. It costs nothing to share power and love with your sister. It's free. Well, it doesn't start at home. It started before there was a home. It started when your mama was a girl and your grandmama was a girl. The homes that Black women are born into are homes that were created by other Black women who've gone through the same thing. You see what I'm saying? This is one of those community-wide generational curses that needs to be broken. Yeah, I mean, I'm just saying, case in point, like we can go down the line. It's happened over and over. It was done to Serena Williams. It's been done to so many people. Look at Sierra, the one that's married to Russell Wilson. She is gorgeous. And they set up, and when they couldn't call her man, they called her hermaphrodite. Look at Megan Pete, beautiful little Megan Thee Stallion. They set up there and called that baby a man, pretty as she is. So we can't, ladies, we got to be real. We can't pretend like we don't know how a girl as pretty as Kimberly Michelle would not know she was pretty. We can't pretend we don't know. This girl's prettier than her been called men, full-blown men. So let's, I don't like some of her behavior. I don't like that she done told some lies. I don't like that she's hurting herself. But it would be, in my opinion, hypocritical as hell for us to act like we don't know how it could happen. That's all I'm saying. Y'all know if I'm gonna be anything, I'm gonna be real. Jazz or Jim 8 say just because. Happy Sunday. Thank you for the super chat, sis. Love you, boo. So yeah, that happened. Then we get to Angela and her daughter. Y'all, this scene got on my nerves. I'm gonna tell you the truth. This scene with Angela and her daughter got on my nerves, on my last nerves. I feel you. I'm 5'10" and a fraction too. I feel you. This scene right here. Angela sat down with her daughter. Now, y'all know we got introduced to Angela and her daughter last season. Last season, Angela's daughter got on my nerves. She did. That's a disrespectful little heifer. That's Angela's baby, and I understand as a mother. She, holding on to her baby. But that little hooker's disrespectful. So Angela sits down with her and telling her, I was talking to a therapist about this and that, and, and talked about her marriage and the fact that you're married, but you're telling your siblings who love you and adore you and trust you that this person that you say you married to is just your best friend. Okay? And so she said that I talked to my therapist, and my therapist said that, that's your story to tell. And then you would need to be the one to, tell them that so that they're not blindsided. So I saw the attitude coming quick from this little heifer. So she said, blindsided. Yes, blindsided. Not by the information, but by the fact that their big sister, who they love and adore, has been lying to them. That's the thing. You know what I'm saying? Belicious say, yeah, I didn't like how she did her grandmama over that car. Very entitled. Very disrespectful. Very disrespectful. I mean, just downright. I don't know what Angela did or didn't do raising that one, but it's given you didn't do a whole lot of raising because her mouth way too slick for my taste. Way too slick for my taste. I'm just going to be honest with you. So then she, basically letting her know, like, I'm not really ready to tell them, maybe in a couple of years. If I wasn't ready to tell you, I really wouldn't be ready to tell them. Like, I don't understand why I need to tell them or whatever. At some point, you might want to tell them the truth unless you want to take the chance or run the risk of your siblings feeling like, okay, things changed. And as a younger sibling, I can tell you there does come a point when you have older siblings when you realize things have changed. There's a closeness. There's a feeling of, okay, we got mama and daddy, but the sibling thing is something different. That's, your siblings are who's supposed to hold your secrets when you can't tell mama and daddy and all that, especially when you're the younger sibling. And so Angela's telling her, right, they're going to be at a point where, well, I guess things have changed. And that's always kind of jarring being a younger sibling. I remember when things changed, like we had the dynamic of the house. My older brother went off to the service, and when he came back, he was all right, but things changed. And sometimes those things cannot be avoided because life is life. But when you're around every day, it's not even like your life changed so much that your dynamic with them had to change. You telling them lies is what's going to change y'all dynamic. Kashana, thank you for being number 148. How you doing, boo? So I get what Angela was trying to do, but that little girl was waiting for, conflict because she's a disrespectful little cow. But Angela raised her like that. So I don't know what else to call it. But she's just a disrespectful little thing. So then she wanted to get it. Well, let's just talk about it. Let's talk about how, you know, me not telling you. And so Angela was trying not to have a conversation, y'all. For those of y'all who were not watching, Angela was absolutely not trying to have that conversation. She was like, no, it's all right. You know, you didn't want to tell me. It's okay. It's all right. You know, you know what I'm saying? Like, you weren't ready for me to know or whatever. She was trying to gloss it over and move past it. Lil Amari, oh, she just got to have a conversation. And oh, yeah, it's just so hard to talk. It was impossible to talk to you. And so Angela was like, but I was around you every day. You were around me every day, honey. Every day you were around me. Every day. Yeah? And so she, well, yeah, but you had problems of your own. And so I heard her and I'm like, you're trying to blame your mother for you being dishonest. And you were being dishonest because according to her, you weren't ready to talk about it. Okay, fine. If that's what it is, then Amari should have just said, well, mama, I wasn't right, but I just wasn't ready to talk about it. I did it. I was ready to do it. But then I realized after I did it, I wasn't ready to talk about it yet. I wasn't ready to tell you, you know, nobody else or whatever. No, she blaming the mama. You had your own stuff going on and then pivot back to, well, you don't understand me. You never understood me. What does that have to do with anything? It's giving, I will mistreat you and then I will gaslight you. How can you tell somebody they don't understand something you never told them? And that's what she did to Angela. Y'all know I'm not an Angela Oakley fan like that, but I felt for Angela in the moment. This girl told her 3 different stories. First, it was maybe 4. You were just impossible to talk to. Then it changed to, well, you had your own stuff going on. Then it changed to, well, you don't understand me. You never understood me. So it was 3. And I'm like, well, which one is it? How could she understand when you're hiding things? What on earth would she understand when you're not giving her the information to understand? What should she understand? I said, wow, poor Angela. Right? Mind you, while they having this conversation about her being married, the little brother was on the stairs eavesdropping. The little brother was on the stairs eavesdropping. See, that's the thing with children. You may as well come clean because them little jokers got a way of hearing stuff anyway. I know half the stuff we knew about what was going on with the grown people in the family came because we was hearing it. And you know, back in the day, we couldn't be in the room. And if you were in the room, you had to look at the floor or find something to do. Put a 1 in the chat if y'all remember them days. Them old women get to talking. You better find something real interesting on the ground outside that you want to be doing because they better not catch you looking at grown people's mouth. That little boy was on the stairs, full eavesdropping. Full eavesdropping. He heard every doggone thing. DS said she shouldn't have just said, she should have just said she was sneaky, lying brat and be done with it. Okay, I see some of y'all was raised old school. Yeah, we weren't allowed to just be sitting up when grown people was talking, but yet we still managed to know everything that was going on. Hey, sis, how you doing? Oh, so pretty. I'm just saying, y'all remember them days? Y'all remember them days? Mm-hmm. Those were the days now. Hey, Big Candace. Big sis Candace. Welcome, welcome, welcome. Happy Sunday. Happy Sunday. But yeah, sitting on the stairs. Yvette said they were sitting on the stairs in the UK listening. Uh-huh. Yeah, you better find something to do. You better find something to do. And you still heard it all. Half the time didn't even understand what you was hearing. But she, you know, she up here thinks she being slick. That boy heard everything. Anna say sound like she not secure in her decision. Right. Right. Not you was good at eavesdropping. Sean, you needed your tail toe up. You ain't had no business eavesdropping. So anyway, so they did that. And so the daughter was like, well, I just didn't want to tell anybody. And I'm sitting there at that moment like, why didn't you lead with that? Why did you not just lead with, Mama, I didn't want to tell nobody? Why couldn't she lead with that? How come? So at that point, you done made Angela talk. Now she talking. And she was like, you spoiled and entitled. Because she told her, she was like, why didn't you just say I was around you every day, but I didn't tell you because I didn't want to tell you. And, you know, this whole list of things she rattled off and told her, you spoiled, you're entitled, and you're spoiled. And she's like, well, how entitled? I pay my own bills. And Angela told her, she's like, I feel like you want to be half in and half out. You want to be grown at your house, but when you come over here, you want to act like one of the children. And I knew exactly what Angela was saying. You're not allowing them, your siblings, to know, oh, this is my adult sister. She has an adult life. You're not being open and forthcoming with them. That ain't what you're doing. That ain't what you're doing. You acting like a child over here, like you got to whisper and tiptoe and talking cold. You want to act like a child over here. I understood what she was saying. Hey, Miss Weedy Pooh. Okay. And so at that point, she was like, well, that's fine. I'll be grown and I won't come around no more. And then she tells her mom, well, can I go? This is stupid. No, you the one wanted to have a conversation. Then when your mama gave it to you straight, then you want to storm out. You want to walk out stomping your feet heavy like a little girl. See, this is what lets you know that you still a child. And if you still a child, you need to stay in a child place. You need to stay in a child place. Stop trying to have adult conversations with your mama because your mama grown and apparently you not. Miss Weedy Pooh, thank you for being number 157. Apparently you not. You wasn't ready for the grown folk conversation. So that's how that ended. Angela sat there looking disappointed and not happy, but, you know, not escalating the situation. And I said, okay, fine. Then we get, you know, the little quick cuts. We got K. Michelle at the studio talking about the country music for 2 seconds. Phaedra over there with Mr. Willie Watkins talking about what she called herself, y'all. The madam of the madam of the dead or something crazy. Pinky was with her baby modeling, quick little shot with that. Then we get Shamea at the nail shop with her mama. And I'm just like, Lord, we gonna have Miss Sarah in every scene. What was that Clint Eastwood movie, y'all? 2 Mules for Sister Sarah. That's how I feel at this point. We're gonna look up and see Miss Sarah with them crazy cow eyelashes, stringy wig, and mortuary number 7 foundation in every freaking scene with Shamea. I'm tired. Shamea, for the record, just cause your husband don't want to film, it don't mean we got to see your mama every time. It don't mean that. Yes, she called her spoiled and the shoe fit. Hey, Rochelle, thank you for being 156 every goddamn time. So they're at the nail shop talking about Scotland, and her nail tech said, or the person doing the nails, I don't know if that was a real nail tech or whatever. Talking about, yeah, just put your stuff in a book bag this time so you'll have clothes. And they flashback them going to Grenada and her not having no clothes and stuff. But mind you, she didn't mention that Porsha gave her some of her clothes. Like, you leave all that out because you just dying to act like a victim. You never want to acknowledge that that girl was a good friend to you. I said, wow, we're not even going to mention that, huh? We just going to pretend. I said, okay, it's okay. It's somebody was doing the nails, baby. I don't know where she was. She was getting her nails did. So whether it was the nail shop, her house, the shop in the house, we know her house is Sterling Hall. Her house has a whole name. So would I be surprised if her house had a nail shop in it? No, I would not. That is a whole castle. Shamea live in a castle. And the scenes is very dry in the castle. But every scene, do we have to see your mama? Not Kimberly's sake. Shamea talked to anybody who would listen. So they talked about that, and the nail lady said wear some extra layers because they gonna be for the blows they gonna be giving you. And her mama like, yeah, they on your neck, and nobody's really on Shamea's neck. Shamea's taking shots and people return fire, and then all of a sudden she's the victim. It's giving Drake. I'ma just be honest. It's giving Drake. I'm going to take shots at 50 people. When they shoot me back, I'm going to say they jumped me. Like, you're sending out 5 people, returning 5. Ain't nobody just jumping on you. Oh, they on her neck. They on her neck. So then they were talking about Angela's Maggie Madness, I think is what it was. It's in the notes further down, that she was throwing for her mama and for to celebrate her mama, and said that Angela invited her or whatever, and she her mama wearing a Lassie hair wig, and let Lassie do her makeup. Lord. Going back to the corner, make sure his drinks in there, okay? Miss Parker says Shamia's keeping that lie going to try to cover up her lies. It's very true. Very true. She's rocking that mortuary number 7 from over there at Willie Watkins. If you need some mortuary number 7, please stop by Willie Watkins in Atlanta, Georgia. So that was a dub. And so she's like, yeah, I felt that. I hope it's going to be positive. I don't want to go there with no bull, especially with what's going on with you and your health and all of that. And I'm just like, it's giving Yanyetta. Y'all remember Manyetta, the season Manyetta was on RHOA? Put a 6 in the chat if y'all remember Manyetta, or as we call her over here, Yanyetta. Every time we said her name, everybody start bad like that. Now, Manyetta had a sleep demon. At this point, I feel like Shamea may have one too, because I was getting real drowsy during that scene. Then we get Porsha and Drew. I didn't expect much from this scene. It was a little cute. It didn't get on my nerves too bad. I see the 6s. Y'all remember Manyetta and the sleep demon? Yeah, we couldn't say that girl's name. We couldn't say her name. It was miserable. Bianca laughing, but it was terrible. Every time we said her name, oh my gosh, she had a demon of sleep that was chasing her and all of us. It was really bad for those of y'all who missed it. So Porsha and Drew, they at Porsha house. Porsha got wigs out and stuff. She talking to him, and Porsha was doing that for the camera, but I feel like Porsha probably talked to them wigs when ain't nobody looking. Not accusing her or nothing. I'm just saying. So Drew shows up. They sit down to chicken wings. And, I'm like, big surprise there. We know Porsha loves chicken wings. So they sit down with chicken wings. Drew lets her know that Simon done went to the blogs. And, yep. Yvette, tell him again. Yvette say, for real, I was yawning. Yep. Every time we said that girl name, y'all, we was all in here yawning. I keep referring to it as coming back. So they eating the wings, and Drew's like, girl, Simon in the blog say you banned from Nigeria. And they both had a good old laugh because that was pretty funny. Porsha got a big kiki out of that, and she was like, I guess he doing that because he wants attention or whatever. But she's like, every time she trend, Go Naked sales go through the roof. Go through the roof. Okay. Grace 4P, welcome. I must have watched a different show. Angela stay on Shamia's neck. It's giving Mean Girl. This reminds me of the alliance they had with Nene that year. Nene could not catch a break. Yeah, I can't go there, sis. Thank you for being 161. I can't go there because Shamea calls a lot of her stuff on herself. Now, what I will give you is initially the initiation, what initiated all this stuff was Drew and Angela poking at Shamea. That's true. That is true. But we found out after the fact that was after she tried to pull them into an alliance, and then they felt like she was playing both sides. But we did see Angela and Drew poking at Shamea. We did see that. The very first episode, I'm going to give you that. Shamea wasn't bothering neither one of them, and Drew was just poking over at Porsha's house. That I'm going to give you all day. What I'm saying is the way her mama trying to put it, everybody is at her neck, everybody after her. That's what's not true. As far as her and Angela, her and Drew poked, and then they sat down to talk, and they both gave as good as they got, and then Shamea played victim. That's what I'm saying. And the gym mate is keeping it real and keeping it funky. Shamea is a mean girl. She's just not smart enough to stick the landing. She don't have the equipment to make it stick. But that's true. So, Porsha said, anytime she trend, Go Naked sales go through the roof. So she was like, she don't really care about him talking about no citizenship. She was like, I could still visit. You know, what else she care about citizenship, which makes sense. She was only interested in citizenship because he wanted her to be interested in citizenship because she was married to him, and that's where he from. She ain't married to nobody from there. No American is like, oh my God, oh shucks, I can't be a Nigerian citizen. Why the hell would anybody be saying, oh shucks, I can't live there? You got people there trying to get over here. You got people there selling out their property, willing to sell their relatives to come over here. So why the hell would she care about not having a Nigerian citizenship? That's why I said Simon was a big old joke with that. But he kept going to the blogs. I guess he gave up because we just laughing at him and we don't care that she plays you. You tried to scam her. She got you first. Uno out. I mean, you was down to one card and she went out. So that was it. So she told Drew like she wanted to give her own wig line. She saw some wigs that kind of looked like her, so she wanted to, do a wig line with her to make some money. Drew says she with it. Porsha is in the confessional talking about like, she hated the space they was in last year and she really want to empower her and help her now, especially because she's going through that divorce and stuff. Get that, make sure the money flowing right. And Drew says she excited about it, but she do have reservations and she don't want to mix business and friendship because she didn't like what happened last year either. And like that, right? And then they had a cute little moment where she was teaching her how to eat wings because Drew was leaving all that meat on the bone. And that was pitiful. Grace said, I feel this energy from Cynthia, Drew, Angela as calculated, and they are in an alliance. They selling hair now. Yeah, no. I don't see that. I mean, I ain't saying, but I'm just saying. The person who was clocked for having an alliance was Shamea. That's who actually had an alliance. So to me, it's kind of like the thief crying thief. Shamea got caught with her alliance plot last year with Kelli, Britt, and her. And then she came back this season and we can clearly see what's going on with her, Pinky, K. Michelle, and Kelli. Like, it's clear. They had that whole to-do go down at the breakfast table in Dallas. And then the loser alliance went and met up in the driveway to plot up. Like, that's all I'm saying. If you did it once, you'll do it again, and we see the evidence of it. So let's get back to Kelli. Kelli Potter. So then we get a scene with Kelli and the realtor. So I'm like, we got two Kelli scenes. Y'all know I'm never happy when we get Kelli scenes, and we got two of them in one episode. So this time Kelli's with the realtor. The realtor, very elegant looking black lady, very, very pretty, had on her white, so professional. Took her to a property to show her a property. This 5-bed, 3,500 square foot, 4-story house with the elevator and all these wonderful things for $7,000 a month. And I'm like, why are we going through this house, looking at this house, and you can't afford this house? Why are you going through this house, looking at this house, and you can't afford this house? So during the process of them wasting our precious time looking at this lovely home, and she talking to the realtor, and they flash on the screen the property 7 racks a month, and your budget is 4 racks a month. Why are you there? Why are you looking at properties you can't afford? What are we doing? What on earth are we doing? Why are you there, and why are we looking? Why are we looking? And so the realtor tells her, well, girl, well, first we get to there. She telling us about, oh, I'm at Shamea's house, but that's just temporary. Shamea made sure we comfortable, but that's temporary. It's time to find a place. And so, but anyway, when she tells the realtor, is this something that I can do? Yada, yada, yada. The realtor was trying to, soften the blow, but she was being real with her. Professional, friendly. You could tell they had good rapport and relationship, but she was being real. She was like, girl, you're going to have to suffer for a little while. You can't keep living like you've been living. You are no longer in the position that you were in. Yes, the elevator like at Shamea's house, and Shamea still don't see the writing on the wall. The game of, pretending like Porsha is after you or Angela wants to be you. No, honey, Kelli is the one who wants to be you. Kelli is over here looking at the low budget version of your house that she can't even afford. She's looking at the low budget version of Shamia's house that she can't even afford. And Shamea still can't see the forest for the trees. She can't see it. She absolutely is a beautiful lady. Somebody should tell her so she could stop acting like an idiot. Sean say, not Kelli with two scenes that are diametrically opposed to one another. Jarvis can't help put money on some bills. But she want us to believe he dropped 70 racks for toothpastes. What do I know? So she was like, oh yeah, I hear you. It's uncomfortable, but it's necessary. And so the realtor was like, well, you said, you know, you want to purchase a house. You're not in a position to do that now. You can buy a house next year. But she told her, you got to find something that's under your budget and save money. So if your budget is $4,000 a month, you know what you got? You got the budget of a regular household, a regular Black household. That's what you can afford to do. And you're going to have to do some regular stuff and save money and, you know, ramp your businesses up, get your RHOA check pumping, and then get you a house. You know what I'm saying? It's not like she not on the show. You on the show, and every year, don't they increase their payments? I mean, I'm assuming, I don't know. I'm not one of the people that pocket watch like that, but I'm under the impression, that when they stay on the show, when they renew contracts and stuff, they get a pay bump. So I'm like, just, you know what I'm saying? Ride this thing out, get your check from Bravo, and then just get what you want at that time. You know what I'm saying? But she's not thinking practical. She's thinking fantasy. She's thinking, I want what Shamea got. Because why else would you be looking at the bargain basement version of Shamea's home that you still cannot afford? That was crazy to me. So if a budget's four racks a month, the realtor saying get something under budget. So I guess get something for like $2,500, $3,000 a month, which that, you know, in Atlanta, is that doable? Yes. Is it going to be anywhere near where you were living? Absolutely not. But you can get something for that in Atlanta that's doable. Very doable, as a matter of fact. You could do that. So she was like, well, I guess I just, you know, can I get a prayer closet and a pantry? And, you know, at least she made light of it, but it really shined the light on what's going on over there. It shined the light. And it made me kind of feel like Kelli got a lot of nerve to be as nasty as she is in the position that she's in. And she knows she's not comfortable. You're going to come back from it because you are working for Bravo. You know what I'm saying? So your money going to bounce back. You know it's going to bounce back. But my thing is, anytime you get brought from one level to another one, number one, always know ain't nothing permanent but the grave, right? You can always bounce back. And don't let nobody make you feel away. As long as you ain't stealing, you still eating, a roof over your head, you know what I mean? Your baby's healthy, you good, it's good, right? But anytime you get brought from one level to a level that you've left previously, that to me is supposed to be not a humbling experience, but it should be something to kind of get you back to basics, get you where you know, reset your mind. That should reboot your computer. Like, you know what? One, I'm grateful because it could have went worse. Two, I'm on my way back up. Three, let me reflect on myself. And that ain't what Kelli really giving. I mean, the meeting with the financial planner and the realtor, both of those said to me, Kelli needs to reset. She don't need to be worried about Porsha. She don't need to be worried about calling Angela names about her height and all that stuff. You need to be focused on keep this RHOA check because you need that coming in. Focus on, you know, the restaurant that's producing. See if you can make it produce more. See about other ways to franchise out or something. But, you know, reset. You know, it was kind of crazy, but I guess it's good to show the real and everything. But y'all know I'm never happy when I get two Kelli scenes. I never want two Kelli scenes ever again. It's depressing and it's draining. So then we get Angela and her daughter sitting down with the therapist. That was a quick scene, and I'm glad because it wasn't a lot there. Right. And Yvette says that her dog would look 10 times better if she stopped spending money on it. Yeah, stop putting wigs on the dog and dyeing her pink or him pink or whatever it is. Stop doing it. Yes. Kelli looking for the blue light special version of Shamia's house. And it was really scary. Yes. Hey, Blossom Soul. Y'all welcome Blossom Soul in the chat. Spam the chat with welcome. It does get bitter. And bitterness is a real emotion. You got a right to feel bitter. If the man did even half the things she claimed he did, be bitter. But don't be bitter with everybody, you know. Go through it, feel it, acknowledge it, and then leave it alone. Leave it alone. We got a right to have some bitterness. It's okay. And Kelli does seem very, very immature. Very immature. Strong reflection is necessary. It's definitely necessary. So Angela, the daughter, and the therapist, she says she need her daughter. She's not ready to, you know, throw her away. So she's got to do what she got to do. Say the child leaving soon. So she decided that she has to sit down with the therapist before her child leave, but she wants some boundaries and all that good stuff. Yeah, bitterness will spread. You have to, that's why I say you have to acknowledge it. I think the problem, you so welcome, Blossom Soul. We're happy to have you. The problem, I think, with bitterness in most cases is some people don't realize that bitterness is what they're feeling. And then some people are not ready to be honest with themselves and accept that, you know what, right now, I'm just bitter. Shout out to Shantae Moore. Some of y'all remember that song. Some of y'all don't. It's okay to feel bitterness. Things can make you bitter. But it's important that you acknowledge that that's what you're feeling and keep things in perspective and look at, you know, why you feel that way, what's causing you to feel that way, and then be real with yourself. Like, okay, I'm experiencing this, but I don't want to wallow in this. I don't want this to be my new normal. I don't want bitterness to be my new normal. I don't want it to become my whole personality. But it's okay to experience human emotion and feeling. Feel it, but just acknowledge it. Be honest about it. Own it. Manage it. Go talk to the lady. So I did like that Angela got her therapist and going and sitting down with the therapist with her baby because she wants to salvage that relationship. And I think that's a good thing to do. And she was talking to her therapist, Wendy, and telling her, you know, that she wants to kind of make sure there are boundaries, and she wants her child to have the freedom to be an adult. And basically, she don't want the child to feel offended because she is encouraging her to do that. And the baby was like, yeah, that don't make no sense to her. And we got down to it. I think, you know, I'm sure we didn't see the whole therapy session because it was super short and we don't need all of that. But what I did hear that made a lot of sense was that the child saying when she pushing her and trying to set these boundaries, she starts to feel like my mama don't need me. She's feeling like she's being cut out. And because of however Angela did or did not raise her, she doesn't know how to express that without being extremely disrespectful. And she acts out verbally. So she says she feels like I'm just not needed. And she still don't see why she needs to tell her siblings. And then we got to where another reason why things are kind of sticking her a little bit harder is because grandmama not there. And we found out that grandmama was the middleman, her words, and Angela's words. She referred to the grandmama as the mediator that kind of ran interference, the little buffer zone between Angela and the child. So I can imagine that also makes things tough for her. And I can see how that would be scary for Angela's daughter, especially considering that, okay, Granny's gone. All I got is mama. She's still dealing with, you know, Granny's gone and I was acting ugly with grandmama. Not long before she left, I acted so ugly with grandmama. Grandmama moved out the house that mama bought for her because I showed out so bad. And now, you know, so it was so sudden, the passing of Angela's mama, The child still ain't dealt with that, and all I got is you, and you talking about setting boundaries and pushing me to be grown. I think part of her that Angela is seeing that she's saying is acting like a little girl when she's around her is, I think, because part of her is still that little girl, and the little girl in her needs her mama. So I think when Angela's trying to set these boundaries and encouraging her to be grown, she's not aware of what's going on in this child, because the child is not talking and not expressing with her little disrespectful self. She's not expressing. So Angela don't understand that right now, the little girl in her daughter needs that connection to her mama. She don't need you to push her to be grown. She's not ready. She's not ready. And as mothers, you know, I know I'm not the only veteran mama in here. We know it don't matter how old the children get, they're still children to us. They can be 40. We still see them in pull-ups with a pacifier in their mouth. They're still going to be babies to us. So even when your adult child is an adult, when you see that that child needs mama to mother, and that's what's going on. So I was glad they talked to the therapist. It was a cute scene. It was, and they said they're going to do a two-week follow-up, probably keep on speed dial. I think that's an excellent idea. And I like the fact that we got to see Black women, Black families utilizing therapy. It's important. I like to see it. D. Marie, where you been? We missed you, girl. Happy Sunday. You still in Discord. So then we get to the Maggie Madness. This is where we went from learning about Kelli Potter and her bad money management skills, because she never needed them. We get away from K. Michelle still trying to get butt implants, even though her behind is leaking all across the state of Georgia. We get away from, you know, Angela and her baby and the therapist and boundaries and Porsha and the chicken wing and the wigs. And we get to the messiness that was Maggie Madness. Okay. Dana Cutler, Steelers Nation. Hey, sis, where you been? Oh, wow. Welcome back. We miss you, girl. So look. So it's a 5-on-5 basketball game. And Angela said she thought that would be a good idea because her mama loved college basketball. Cynthia showed up with her glam team and her boyfriend. Pinky came with her husband, her best homegirl, and two really big guys. Angela had a couple of pro ballers with her. Charles asked them two big dudes with Pinky if they was there to play for the Bears, because them was some big fellas. He was cracking jokes in the confessional. Uncle Charles is hilarious. Porsha says she only brought Mike. She ain't even bring nobody like that. She only had Mike. Shamea brought her mama again and looked like a sister and some random people. They named the teams. I thought it was cute how they did the names of the teams. Called Pinky's team the Chatty Patties and Phaedra's the Godfathers. That fool said if she can't beat them, they're going to sleep with the fishes. Kelly's team Minion. Then she, you know, everybody's having fun. She gets in the confessional talking about, oh, you know, that something about this is Angela wanting to name her what she wanted her shoe size to be. You see, I can't even remember that dumb crap. And something about shoe size Minion. Like, what the hell does that mean? I don't understand. I'm still trying to understand why Kelli is breaking her neck to try to be nasty. And she's not witty. Like, she's not witty. She's not funny. She's not articulate. I don't know why she keeps doing it. It fell flat. Even worse than her trying to tell Drew she looked like an alien after Drew called her gorgeous. Like, I don't get Kelli or any of the things that she's doing. If I had going on what she had going on, I can promise you taking shots at people randomly for no apparent reason is not what I would be doing. I'm just saying. She called K. Michelle team blind opposition. She said, because we keep telling you we not the ops. So, you know, and you know, ain't nobody trying to get you. So she called it blind opposition. So everything was a play on words. She called, okay, Treasure. Yes, ma'am. That's right. She called Shamea's team Sasquatch, because she called her Bigfoot. Shamea took it in stride, made it fun. Then we see K. Michelle scratching out. She the only person got to be too serious. That's why I said that was just annoying. You can't be fun ever. You're just a wet blanket. But it makes sense because you're mixing pain pills with liquor. So yeah, you're a killjoy. You're Buzz Killington from Family Guy. Because we know why. So she's scratching out and writing names in. The game starts. Soon as the game starts, Angela falls. Charles cracking jokes because she fell. She talking about you ain't come get me. That fool told her you'd have laid there more than 30 seconds. I'd have came to get you because that would have meant you was hurt. Kelli reminds me of a little tree stump. Stout, dry, and irritating. She need to step it up if she stay next season. Indeed. Listen, you fighting, and the Lord is fighting with you, sis, and you gonna win. We miss you so much, and we love you. Yes, girl, she is Buzz Killington. Buzz Killington. Listen, don't be mixing them pain pills and Jack Daniels. That's not the move. That is not the move. She's out here being Buzz Killington. Like enough is enough with that. Please. But so she fell. He cracking jokes. They clowning. They having a good time. Kelli out there playing in heels with socks on, looking stupid as hell. Phaedra cracking on her, talking about some. It's like she being a cosplay prostitute. I said, I'm done. Production asked Kelli, why was you out there in heels and socks? Talking about, I don't wear sneakers. So why not just sit on the sideline? Why would you be scuffing up somebody's basketball court in some stupid heels? Like, she looked dumb as hell. I think she thought she was being cute or campy or quirky. It didn't come across. I'm just tired. Everybody doing their thing. Charles tells Angela, because she kept going on about Shamea saying her feet was big. I was real happy that Charles cut that short. I was, because I'm like, Angela, she said your feet was big. So the hell what? Mama, you got big feet. You got big feet. Like, I mean, what you want to talk about? I mean, in words of Cynthia, cheekbones barely. What else is going on? So what? They big. And he didn't make it no better, no worse. He was like, well, you ain't got no small foot. And you would look ridiculous if your foot was a size 5 or 6. You would look stupid. You would fall over. And he ain't wrong. Angela is tall. I myself am tall. How you going to be tall with little bitty feet? You going to look misproportioned like Kelli. Then you're going to have to join Kelli on the misproportion squad. So I was glad he shut that down, because I'm like, Angela, you getting on my nerves. You getting on my nerves. Enough is enough. So he shut that down, and I was liking it. I guess she must have said something else, and it was, calling people. She was calling people out of bounds and stuff. They, talking about the game. And Charles was like, I think it's something personal between y'all. It must be something going on between you and Shamea. And he called it out, because he was like, you was doing mighty much when it came to that girl. And I said, get her, Charles. Get her. And so she was like, well, I wanted to win for you. I'm trying to win for you because you ain't never won a championship. You got close, but you didn't win one. Not in college, not in the pros. I say, dang, Angela. So just because he called out the obvious that you had something with that girl, you had to go and bring up the fact that he didn't have no championships. I say, boy. I say, boy, Angela gut punch anybody, won't she? Ain't nobody safe, not even Charles. And we know she loved Charles. I say, well. So then after the game, everybody's standing around, and Angela was like, well, where's Gerald? She said, oh, it's a work day. Angela went straight into it, y'all. For those of y'all that missed it, Angela went straight into it. And she was like, I keep hearing you keep saying that I attacked your marriage. She said that could not be further from the truth. Now, I got to agree with Angela on that, but Angela ain't attacked your marriage at all. So she was like, well, you said that I was sleeping with all these people or whatever. And she was like, yeah, but that ain't attacking your marriage. That's attacking your cat. She said that you got a friendly coochie. She ain't said nothing about that. Went straight there. And she say, it couldn't be further from the truth. She say, matter of fact, it was you. It was you that set up doing interviews telling people that I set up my own husband, and that you be outside, you see him outside and he running the streets and stuff, which Shamea did say that. And when Angela did it, The cameraman picked up Porsha, and Porsha was over there blinking like she was dizzy, like somebody hit her in her forehead. I said, oh, you weren't ready for Angela to go in like that. And production did show what Shamea said that on that interview. But in Shamea's defense, and I have not been able to defend Shamea very much because she don't give me a lot to defend. But in Shamea's defense, last season, girl, a lot of us thought you set it up. A lot of us thought you set it up. And the reason a lot of us thought you set it up, Shamea, is because of how it looked. Peanut, that's you? Okay. You bring me a water? Okay. So Shamea said tonight, which we didn't even know. We didn't even know this part. Hey, Toria, thank you for being 169. Pink Pilates Princess, thank you for being 178, boo. Shamea dropped that bomb tonight. She said, we heard it tonight. She said that nobody even knew that her and Charles was going to even be there at that event. So something about them coming was a last minute thing, or they were not aware that they was going to be there. And so, and mind you, again, take it with a grain of salt. It could be true, could be not. She could have been saying that to cover Kelli's tracks, because I feel like Kelli could have been the one to set it up too. Or it could have just been nobody knew they was going to be there. But a lot of us was like, Angela, you could have set that up, because we saw that you lied on Phaedra. We got all the evidence from the young man, Alex, that you was telling the other boy to lie on Phaedra. We listened to the recording beat by beat, or you telling him to come up with some type of evidence, cook up some evidence to support the lie he was telling. We saw the evidence of you sending people to the restaurant to intimidate that boy on his job, to tell him he better say that it was Phaedra and whatever happened like that. Then we get Drew Sidora going to Phaedra after the fact. Well, I didn't really agree with what Angela did. So for all we know, you could have set it up. Do I think that you were trying to hurt Mr. Charles? No, but I think you thought it would be good TV, or you was overproducing, or you thought I'm going to just, run at Phaedra, since Phaedra has a reputation for spreading gossip. So I'm going to run at Phaedra and pretend like, oh, see, look what Phaedra doing to me. But a lot of us thought that. So I'm really not mad at Shamea for thinking it, because a lot of us thought it, and I don't think it's cool to pretend like it's so outlandish that somebody could have believed that. Let me feel. They were closed. I guess they closed early on Sundays. Okay. Okay. So a lot of us thought that. I'm not holding that against Shamea, and Angela can go jump in the lake with that. But what's funny to me, though, was to hear Angela bring up what was said poolside. Because when she was talking about Shamea saying that Charles be outside, that was poolside. So, Angela, why you ain't had none of this to say last year? Oh, I know why. Because you was too busy trying to drag it and pretend like you really thought Porsha wanted to sleep with your husband. So just like you was ear hustling at the one that heard that and got your feelings hurt, you also heard what Shamea said. But you didn't have no problem with Shamea saying that. You could let that go, because you didn't need to beef with her your first season. You felt like your first season you needed to beef with Porsha. So I was like, okay, I hear you, but I don't hear you. I hear you, but I don't. That's all I'm gonna say. I hear you, but I don't. So anyway, after that, that's when she was like, what you said, I slept with all these players and I only got this job so I can have access to the NBA players, and you only relevant because you F the NBA, you F the NBA player. And Angela said, and married him. And Phaedra over there in the amen corner, she said, well, that's usually how it works. And K. Michelle was like, yeah, that's how it works. That's how it works. And so at that point, they going back and forth, and Angela was like, well, you know what? I'm just never going to mention Shamea again or whatever like that. I don't have nothing to say about her, about nothing, other than how she show up for me or how she act with me. Happy birthday, Pink Pilates Princess. I'm going to need your Cash App in the chat so Bianca can do us a birthday message if you don't mind. Even if you do mind, I need it done. Where my phone went? I had it. Oh, here it go. If you don't get it to me, I'm gonna just get it. I need that Cash App in the chat. Please and thank you. Hold on. Hold on. Okay. Because we got to do a birthday message since she is in the chat. I'm about to send it to B right now. Bang. But yeah, so I thought that was interesting. No, ma'am. Y'all see her playing with me talking about no. No, we celebrate birthdays around here. We don't know when your last one gonna be. Now, hopefully you got about a good 50, 60 left to go. But we celebrating this one. Blossom Soul said a lot of people don't like Porsha, but Porsha's giving pressure, and Angela knew a Porsha push Charles with a pull. You off the chain, Blossom. Porsha got all of them, especially Kelli in the chokehold. I just don't understand why. I'm gonna be honest with you. I do not understand their fixation on that lady. Porsha's beautiful. That's great. You know, we got a million pretty black women. Like, yeah, the way they act about that girl is weird. It's really weird. And if I was her, I'd be scared. So yeah, so she said that, and so Porsha was like, well, maybe, you know, y'all got other stuff to work out, because Porsha trying to make sure that they know this ain't about me. Whatever issues y'all got is about y'all issues it is not about me. It don't have nothing to do with me. And Angela was like, no, it started about you over there in Tennessee. And so she just shut up and let them have it. And so that's where they left it at. And so Drew was like, yep, yeah. And so then here comes Shamea, because I guess Shamea was like, no, I'm going to go at Drew too. So she says, oh, so when I agree with people against you, then I'm a lapdog. But when you agree and saying amen, you ain't no lapdog and this and that. And Drew said, she was like, what you talking about? She was like, because you called me a lapdog. And Drew said, because that's what you was being, a lapdog. And I told y'all how I feel about Drew and his lapdog stuff. Like, girl, pick another thing. You just saying stuff. You said that to Sheree friend that year, the one that took your purse when y'all went to that on Marlowe trip. You call that girl Fat Tomb a lapdog. Then here you come calling Shamyia a lapdog. Anytime she don't like somebody, it's lapdog. And I'm tired of it. Okay, I done had all I can take of that. Y'all, here is our birthday greeting for Pink Pilates Princess, our very own Ashley. Y'all know how we do. She late to the chat because she was out there juking and running the streets like Charles Oakley. But it is very important. Use that Cash App. That is our version of pinning a good dollar to your shirt. Since we can't hang with you in real life, this is what we doing. So I'm gonna pin this to the top of the chat, and y'all know what to do. Send them twos and fews and show some love. We love you, boo. Happy birthday, happy birthday, happy birthday. All right. So at that point, Porsha was like, well, who lap? She's like, my lap is empty. I'm tired of my lap. My lap is empty. Ain't nobody in my lap, just for the record. And so at that point, you know, they kind of was transitioning against, you know, away from that because it wasn't going nowhere. Anytime Shamea and Drew start, I noticed everybody try to shut that down because nobody wants to hear them two yapping at each other. Both of them are two side characters and nobody wants to hear it. Like, everybody shuts it down. So then here come Pinky Cole, because, you know, she got to put her 2 cents in everything. She can't stand to see people having a moment and she ain't in it. So here she come. Well, okay, y'all cool now? Y'all all right? And then so then she gonna take what K. Michelle told her about Shamea and her mama meeting her at the club. And her mama holding her hand and please be loyal to me. Please be a friend to me. All that bull crap. None of my friends want me to be your friend. We love you back, Pink Pilates Princess. And So Pinky ain't gonna just bring out what was said. She gonna say, you and K Michelle, y'all cool. And so everybody, and so Shamea was like, why wouldn't we be cool? So then Pinky go to being phony and lying, talking about, it's just a little energy. It seemed like a disconnect, a little energy. And Porsha like, what energy? She ain't picked up on nothing because it wasn't no energy. K Michelle wasn't giving no energy. Pinky just wanted to open the door for K Michelle to go ahead and cut Shamea head on off too. And so at that point, I'm like, Pinky, what you doing? Or maybe she feel like she got to have more loyalty to her soror than Shamea. I don't know, but that was weird for Pinky to do that. If you going to be messy, at least be messy like Angela Oakley. When Angela being messy, she just called out, well, she told me that y'all had such and such. Not Pinky. Pinky going to try to be passive aggressive and kind of like indirectly mention it to get it going. You know what I'm saying? And I didn't really care for that, but we knew what it was. And then, of course, production played the clips of the conversation between Pinky and K Michelle. And K Michelle is in the confessional like, that's my friend. And if everybody already at her, I'm not finna go in and make it worse. I'd rather talk to her by myself or whatever like that. Okay, I guess, that's your friend. Even though it smells like an alliance, both of y'all do each other funny and then pretend like it's not that deep. Because she said you lied on her mama, that her mama titties wasn't pushed up. She said you lied it wasn't 2 a.m. She said you lied that she ain't said what she said. But, well, it's okay if K Michelle feels like I said that. You know what I'm saying? Mm-hmm. Y'all can brush past whatever y'all do to each other because y'all got an arrangement. Like, that's what it is. Bianca said, I ain't like that either. That was not her business to mention. Sure wasn't. But I'm going to say this. The goose and the gander was good for the goose is good for the gander. Because just like Shamea sat there and fed Kelli a bunch of stuff about text messages with her and Porsha, what Kelli did, got inside Porsha's house and started bothering her by text messages. So it's kind of like, yeah, you had somebody being weird with Porsha, and now K Michelle had somebody being weird with you. Yep. Pinky stopped being weird. But yep. It wasn't her business, but you see what happens. Like once you open that door to messiness and deceitful behavior, sliminess, weird behavior, like it keep happening, especially if you the one putting that energy out. Especially when you the one putting that energy out. Big time on, especially when it's you. That's all I'm going to say. Big time on, especially when it's you. And it's you. It's you. So, anywho, hold on. Hold on. So I just thought that was kind of interesting. It was one of them things that just had to happen. It just had to happen. Blossom says Shamea's behind a lot of stuff going on. She sure is. And she got a little taste of her energy back from Pinky tonight. Pinky gave it back to her. But Pinky was only able to give it back because K Michelle was talking about it. Because that happened off camera. That happened when it wasn't filming. If Kay didn't tell, nobody would know. Antoinette said, I was feeling Pinky last week, not anymore. Yeah, I wasn't feeling her last week either. Once you show me who you are, I just, I just take that as the gospel. So we got through that. K Michelle says she's not going to do it. She'll rather talk to her later because everybody already at her. And I said, okay, I see where you're coming from. So then we ended with Shamea and her confessional being fake again. And she's like, I mean, I get it. Y'all just don't want me in this friend group. Y'all don't want me and y'all don't like me. And that's okay. I get it. So she up here fake crying, faking like her voice cracking and wiping, dabbing her eyes with the napkin. And I'm like, look, if you don't give Candace Dillard basket her Kleenex back, you didn't even fold it in a triangle. You ain't even folded in a triangle. What you think you doing? What you think you doing? Pinky likes to talk over people. She sure do. She sure do. I think this was this not episode 17, y'all? Let me look real quick. I'm gonna look real quick and then we'll know. I think. Tell you, I believe it was 17, but I'm not sure. Yeah, no, 12. Season 17, episode 12. We on number 12, y'all. How many we got in the season? Okay, how many we got? Shamea is always a victim. Professional victim. Professional. Girl, you forgot the crying or what, child? Shamea tried to wake it up. I guess she say Candace done left Potomac. She'll just pick up where she left off with the crying. Mm-hmm. Just like she was crying during that interview with Carlos, but had no tears. Not no more tears like the baby shampoo. We got 16 episodes, so that means we got 4 to go, y'all. 4 to go. Just hold tight. Hold tight. 4 more to go. So listen. Let me tell you. You welcome, love. Enjoy your birthday. But yeah, in all honesty, this episode, they gave me 2 Kelli scenes. I gotta give them a 6.75. I can't even give them a 7 because they hit me. They hit me with 2 Kelli with 2 Kelli scenes. I can't two Kelli scenes. Listen, I survived the Pinky scenes and stuff, but 2 Kelli scenes, y'all, they could have did that all in one. They could have told us all in one that she want to live in a bootleg, low budget Shamyia house and she can't afford to, and that she's spending more than she take in. We did not need 2 scenes for that. It was nice to see the young black man as the accountant. You know, I love to see young black professionals. It makes me very happy. You know, I get very tickled in my belly to see young black professionals, but we didn't need that scene. We really didn't. So I'm giving them 6.75. I want to see what y'all giving them. Cause I ain't really got a lot for it this week. The last scene was the best out of the whole thing. It was cute to see them try to see Porsha try to teach that girl how to eat chicken wings. Y'all, Peanut in the chat, she 188. Bianca said, yeah, we on 12 and Pinky still ain't got no better. She was disappointing. Yep. Adrian Marie says she gonna give him a 6.5. Okay. Just anticipate, say season 17 is torture. Oh, girl, you wasn't around for 15. 15 was even worse. This is a step up. Y'all better tell her. Blessed woman of God gave him a 5. Okay, so yeah, we got about 4 more. I'm gonna call it 16 because I need hope. It's Tish gave him a 5. Just anticipate gave him a 5. Okay, you got another happy birthday message for Pink Pilates Princess. Okay, Auntie Eva gave him a 7. Okay, Antoinette 6. DS hit him with a 5. Yeah, this one was rough. Bianca said 4.9. Not feeling this season at all. Yeah, it's rough, but y'all know we've had rougher. Y'all know we done had rougher. Yes, we have. The Lauren Brown sent me a cash app. Let me send a heart back. Thank you, Lauren Brown. That's my sister. Say, I ain't see it, but I'm giving them a 5 just cuz. Okay. Listen, this season, I'm not going to be just negative. This season has given us more to work with than we have in the last like 2.5, 3 seasons. We've had some actual solid episodes this season, and we didn't get that almost at all last season. Not at all, period, the season before. And I don't think we got it in 14 either. So it's been some bad ones. I know, because y'all know I go live after the show every single Sunday unless something special is happening. And y'all know I was struggling through those reviews because they were just that bad. Blossom, thank you. She say 5.5. Poetic Lyrics say 5 based on the detailed review. Arisha says she gonna give them a good old 6. Oh, my baby say that the review is a 10. Thank you, boo. At least the review is a 10. I feel like Michael Jackson. They got me working day and night. Thank you, Deborah. She said 5.5. Said too much backbiting from the cast. Cynthia is the only solid one. Is she? What do I know? What do I know? Now, we know Porsha's the Black Mamba, but we ain't seen her bite nobody this season yet. Not yet. Give her time. Give her time. Bianca said, I think last season was interesting to me because of Alex. I didn't want that to end at all. I know, just messy. But we got most of the Alex stuff after the season ended. That was after the season ended when we got most of it. It was like right before the reunion. I think right before the reunion is when Alex came out and started like blowing up Angela's spot and told all her business. But I did enjoy him. I did. I enjoyed him. I would have absolutely loved for him to be on this season. Lauren Brown said, are you going to review the Ultimate Road Trip? Probably. Because we have done the Ultimate Girls Trip reviews. We have absolutely done those. So we may, I'm going to say it's a strong 9 times out of 10, we're probably going to do the road trip. Probably going to do. Oh, thank you. Thank you, Deborah. Alex is, okay, last season, Angela Oakley was in a scene for an event for Kelli, the little short lady, the little person, and some guy came up to her and told her that her husband came in the restaurant with another chick. Oh no, Blossom, I never think Cynthia's solid, but I think she's done good this season, you know, trying to like be an anchor and keep things level. I think she's done good this season with that. I just don't think she's the only person that's been solid this season. That's all. I don't think she's the only one. But yeah, but no, just overall, I don't naturally think Cynthia's solid because Cynthia's just, you know, she's a bad person too. But the guy did that. Phaedra tried to tell Angela, like, ignore that man. Don't let nobody tell you nothing about your husband. Angela went on this whole thing pretending like Phaedra was the one that sent the guy to try to tell her stuff about her husband. And the guy who came up to her did work at a restaurant, and his best friend who was with him ended up doing this whole expose. We got recordings, we got screenshots proving that them people didn't tell her that Phaedra did nothing. She wanted it to be Phaedra and made them say it was Phaedra, sent 2 real big burly guys to the young man's restaurant to intimidate him on the job, to make sure he knew he better say what she wanted him to say. Child, it was a whole mess. But all of the videos are still up from last season on my channel where we went through all the stuff where Angela lied on that lady and made that boy help her lie. Yeah, Alex was the one who exposed the lie about the June bug that Angela took us to with all them lies and foolishness. To me, this episode seemed like a filler. It was definitely a filler before big drama. Yeah, that's what happened, girl. It was off the chain. The videos are still up. Y'all can go back and check them. For real, Blossom, that's what happened, girl. The videos are still up. It would have been probably whenever the season ended, right around the time the season ended last year, the videos are still up. You can hear all the recordings with Angela's voice and the young man's voice. The whole thing is there. Y'all know when I catch them lying, I take my time and comb through it with a fine-tooth comb, and it's all up. I never take down videos. Yep, did that. And Angela still has yet to apologize for lying on that woman. She went on a small podcast with Claudia Jordan and some other lady that nobody knows, and she did an apology there. But to as big as the lie she told on the international screen, she has not made that apology as loud as the lie she told. And that is going to always make me look at Angela real sideways. And had the nerve to send somebody to my chat talking about what they're going to do. And that's a mistake. That's a big mistake, honey. We not the same type of girl. We're not the same type of girl. No. No. You ain't got enough nothing to go toe to toe with me. Stay home with Charles. Yeah. Yes, it was aggravating. It was so many lies. So many lies. And that young man, Alex, told everything. When I say everything, everything. And had the nerve to have some hooker in my comment section. Because I sat there and played every bit of it. And she had done paid everybody off the line, pretend like they didn't know what was going on. Yeah. Yep. Bianca said, sure did. I forgot about her sending the troll over here. Yeah, you sent the wrong troll, baby. Wrong lady. Wrong road. This ain't where you want to be. This ain't where you want to be. You can deal with them, semi-polite Georgia girls. You don't want to tussle with no Florida girl, baby. No, don't do that. Sean say, Angela said, yes, she did. Yes, she did. Ask Bianca. Ask B. We saw. Because at that point, she was paying like a lot of the bloggers to like try to do fluff jobs and cover up that this boy was exposing her. Yeah, she a bully. Isis, leave that girl alone. Isis. Y'all, excuse me. One of them girl cats is bad as hell. I don't know what's going on with her. Right, empowerment over charity. I agree. Child sent somebody to play making threats toward me. Like, who you threatening? Who you threatening? You gonna do what? You gonna do what? No, she from Chicago. She ain't even Georgia. She ain't even Georgia. Now she can barely hold her own a little bit with them girls from Georgia. But I would suggest she don't try to cross that Florida-Georgia line. I think Georgia's about as far south as she need to go. That's about as far south as she need to go. She don't need to go all the way to Florida. That ain't what she want to do. Whether she know it or not, that ain't what she want to do. Blossom said, if you really want to call a thing, Charles seems only to be on that show for clicks and views. I doubt that. He's there to support his wife. Mr. Charles ain't interested in that show. He's there to support his wife. Because I do believe that Charles Oakley loved his wife. I think he's a cantankerous old granddaddy from the Boondocks, but he loved his wife, and that's something that she wants to do, because this was not her first time looking into being on that show, but this is something she really want to do, and I think he's supporting her. Much like Shamia's husband don't want to be on the show, but he's trying to go along with it. He's just really not comfortable with the camera. We know Charles Oakley issue is not being uncomfortable or camera shy. He just don't want to be involved. He just not interested like that. But you see this season, he's doing a lot better trying to be more personable on camera, because he saw how it, it was making people talk about his wife. And I appreciate that. You know what I'm saying? Not that he was doing anything too terrible, but you see how it made her feel. And I think the fact that he adjusted his behavior based on her comfortability and the type of things that people were saying about his wife, I think that proves that he absolutely loves his wife. So I think that's why Mr. Charles is there. He trying to support her. Okay. Put on Charles' shoes and repent. See, it's your birthday and you showing that. I love the way Gerald loves on his wife. I do. Listen, y'all know me. I am a champion of Black marriages. So when I see them, I champion them. I don't even have to like you to champion your marriage. I want to see your marriage happy. I want you to, stay together. Don't just get together, stay together, pray together, hold it together. I don't have to like you for that. And that's still what I wish for you. That's still what I want for you. What's wrong, Treasure? Y'all hear her? Yeah, I know. I know, girl. It's serious, ain't it? You sick of them too? See? She's sick of them too. Antoinette said, I think Gerald is self-conscious about his accent. Now, where you pull that from? How does accent come into play, sis? The man just don't like cameras. He didn't have that accent his whole life. How you gonna be self-conscious about the accent? Yes, child. She said she's sick of them too. All of them. Treasure sick all of them. No, she is not Siamese. She just loud. She just loud. Say, oh, clock it, and came different for his wife this season. Yes, he definitely came different for his wife, and I applaud him for doing that. I do. I applaud him for doing that. That is important. That's important. Okay. Well, listen, y'all, that's it. We done been here for 2 hours, 10 minutes, and 16 seconds. We done flogged and overflogged. Definitely a filler. We did learn some things tonight. We learned that K. Michelle is a chronic pain patient who is, on pain management, but still drinking straight liquor. We learned that Kelli wants a miniature Shamea house and don't have the money for it. And she's spending out a whole lot more than she's taking in. What else we learned? We learned that K. Michelle would still, if the doctor would let her, put another implant in her booty, even though according to her, she had 15 surgeries and still got silicone floating around in her body. We learned that Angela and her daughter are going to therapy. And yeah, and it looks like we learned that Angela was not going to let Shamyia get away with running around lying saying she came for her marriage when all she did was call her a hoe. So yeah, we learned a lot. This episode was educational, and it was brought to you by the letter F for foot, because I cannot believe it. It's been this many episodes, and we still talking about the size of Angela Oakley feet. I just can't believe it. So listen, y'all know what time it is. If you didn't hit the like button on the way in, I'm going to need you to hit the like button on the way out. Go live on this good channel. Okay, this is the front porch where we talk about them other people's business, and I mean talk about it good. Make sure y'all in Discord, because I always make sure that our family in Discord knows when we're going live before anybody else. And also gossip hits there that doesn't always make it to the live stream. Make sure that you subscribe if you haven't already subscribed, because you want to come back, and we're happy to have you, and you like it here. If you want to join channel membership, there's a join button beneath the video and a membership button, a membership link in the description box. Now, also in that description box, we got the link for my book, Little Girl, Big World. It is a survival guide for girls leaving home for the first time. Make sure you get a copy for every little girl in your family, daughters, granddaughters, goddaughters, the little girl down the street, and ones at the church too. If you can't afford a copy, reach out to me in Discord via DM, and I will make sure that you get one free of charge. Also in that description box, we got the link for my Amazon wish list for our merchandise store, so you can get your crown gear, represent the RHOA family. Wish list, we got notebooks, pens, anything to keep the channel rocking, because we got to keep the notes straight, because we can't keep these women from lying. Okay, so listen, I appreciate any and all support. I want to say a special thank you to Lauren Brown. I want to say a special thank you to Terrence. I want to say a thank you to Arisha Sims, to Jay as a Gem 8. I want to say again, happy birthday to our Pink Pilates princess, and I extend our sincere, heartfelt condolences to our sister, Miss Sparkle, our resident Mary Kay lady. So listen, y'all enjoy the rest of your evening. Good night. Say your prayers. Sweet dreams. Okay, and when you get up tomorrow, remember, move with a purpose. Okay. Remember to be positive and productive. Encourage the people around you. Save energy to encourage yourself. And remember, in case nobody else says it to you, God loves you. I love you. And there is nothing you can do about it. Talk to y'all again soon, okay? Bye.